Hey, Colton. So your first couple months, you obviously played well. You were, the fifth pick overall, and obviously there was a lot of cachet that went with it. But this offseason, you've been put on a lot of the top 100 lists, as high as 50s and 60s. Is your reaction to that? What has that meant to you? And does that kind of stoke the fire even more?
I don't really tend to try to look at them at all. I think that you just got to go out there and play my hardest and go about my business, and that's kind of what I'm worried about right now, and doing what I can control.
Rich Dubrow.
Hey, Colton, how has it been working out with Heston? How does he look?
It's been awesome. We're out here right now, here at early camp, and we're getting our work in, and he's looking really good right now, and he's getting back in shape, and yeah, I think he's definitely ready for the season.
Nathan Ruiz.
Hey, Colton, whether it be, last season or guys you've played alongside in these camps so far in this offseason, who stood out to you? What guys have really caught your attention?
Yeah, I would say Instructs was a lot of fun. We had a lot of guys out here. I think we had like 40 plus guys. I got to watch a lot of guys that I hadn't met yet. Gunner looked really good. I was in a couple hitting groups with him, Westberg, and a lot of those guys that I hadn't played with. And then, early camp, or I should say mini camp in January, I got to be around a lot of the older guys like Adley and Stowers. And they, they go about their business the right way. They definitely know what they're doing, and they're sought after, or not sought after. They're who they are, just because, you go out there and you watch them play, and, it shows. And then also Cesar Prieto, he's pretty impressive.
Steve Molesky.
Colton, what are the keys to having a good walk to strikeout ratio that you do? And how big a part of that is your game? Have you always been that way, or did you come to a realization at some point that was going to be big?
I think it's kind of always been part of my game. Swinging at good pitches that I can drive, and, laying off the ones that I'm, not going to be able to do a lot with, and just kind of controlling the zone. And yeah, that's it.
Zach Silver.
Hey, Colin, when you come off last season, what is the analytic? How do you look back on it? When you have some success, where do you kind of take a step back and just analyze it and find the ways that you want to improve? What does that process look like for you?
Yeah, so when we got out here at Instructs in October, we really broke down. We kind of got like into the season report, and so whenever we got that, we broke it down, and I was really looking at a lot of my ground ball rates, line drive, my percentage of hard hit balls, and chase rate, things like that. And it was a lot of information, but the one thing I kind of wanted to hone in on was our ground ball percentage to the right side, and that's something that I'm trying to minimize, and really start working through the middle of the field and on a line.
Dan Connolly.
Colton, you said that Prieto is pretty impressive. None of us have seen him play yet. What struck you about him? What is it that makes him impressive?
I'd have to say is, just watching, they got to do some live at bats down here during the mini camp, and it just seemed like every ball he was hitting was barreled, no matter where it was pitched, just kind of spraying it around the field. Even ran a couple balls out of the yard, and he can hit.
Steve Molesky.
In a few interviews I think you've done with Baltimore reporters, it comes through that you like to have fun, you joke around, you like to keep it light. I mean, how big a part of that is everything for you? And is that just your regular personality, or something you bring to baseball?
Yeah, I'd say that I like to have fun. It is a baseball game, and it's a game that we do play. And you get into those spells whenever you do start taking it really serious, of course, and but you don't want to dig yourself into a deep hole, and mentally just get into a place where it's tough. So I just try to keep it light and have fun, and try to always have a smile on my face. A lot easier said than done.
Nathan Ruiz.
Colton, with Adley and Kyle, you mentioned the way they go about their business. What does that do for you as a younger player to have them as an example and someone to follow and watch?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. They, every day in the cage, they do the same drills before they get going. And, they're always trying to work on certain moves and just be more consistent. And I think that's something that I've really tried to hone in during this offseason, was be more consistent. And also, picking out things in my routine that I can be consistent with during the season, not just the off season. And so just picking their brains on that. And that's where that came into play.